Find the hard one. Alrighty, good afternoon, morning, or indeterminate time of day to you, my friends on the internet. Brian here, and today I want to give you my impression of the Star Wars X-Wing miniature game, Episode 7 version of the starter set for the X-Wing miniature game. So, it is another starter set for this game, but this time it's flavored for Episode 7. So you have the First Order TIE Fighter and the new version of the X-Wing. So let's, the box is basically the same. It's just got, a cross-sell of what you're trying to sell. It's cool artwork of the new X-Wing and then First Order TIE Fighters. It comes with 6 more dice, 3 of each color. I'm gonna, I'm gonna talk about some of the stuff and then take it away off the camera because it's, a bit big and awkward, so I'm just gonna try to clean up a little bit as I talk about these. Comes with 6 more dice. You can buy lots more dice, and the more dice you have, the better. Supposedly, there actually is an app to let you roll virtual dice, and that would be immensely helpful, but I haven't actually looked into that, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. It comes with these cardboard thingies that contain all the tokens and rulers and maneuver dials and everything for what you need in the set. Once you take everything out, there's no real major reason to keep those unless you want to put them back in for storage, which is what I actually did for a while, but then I just started not. It comes with new versions of the range rulers, and it has the cool little feature that it actually shows a picture of the icon that you would see on the disc. So, like a soft curve is, well, yeah, that way. So a soft curve actually looks like a soft curve now, so that's pretty cool. I like that. If you guys don't know what this miniature game is a tactical fighter dogfighting miniature game. So every round, you take your maneuver dial, you decide how you want your ship to move based on these options that each ship has their own maneuver dial and their own individual options. So say I want to go just 2 forward. I just want to go 2 forward. And then everybody else chooses their moves at the same time. And then in an order determined by, card information, you reveal your maneuver, you grab the appropriate ruler template, and put it at the base of your miniature, and don't have a bunch of crap in the way, and then you move your miniature to the end of it. And then you move on to the next phase, which is generally blowing people up. There are missions that have other options besides blowing you up, but that's the main game. So it's actually kind of a really kind of cool, tactical, you have to outsmart your opponent often, maneuver game, or dogfighting game. So it's really kind of cool. And this set includes maneuver dials for all 3 of these ships that come with it. A bunch of various tokens that you use, like shield tokens, focus tokens, stress tokens, pretty much all the definitely all the tokens you need, including, I just grabbed a random target lock token. I have no idea which one actually came with this. Actually, based on the back of the box, A and B came with this. So, probably C as well. They also have some new design for the damage cards. Actually, no, this is the new design for damage cards. I'm sorry, this is the old design for damage cards. But they're basically the same exact... They're basically the same damage cards. They might have different effects. I haven't actually read through all of them. All I know is I grabbed them and put them all in one pile and mixed them all together because it's all basically the same to me. So I mixed them all up. Speaking of mixing everything up, it comes with 5 upgrade cards, and the only one that I can figure out for sure that came with this set is BB-8, because he didn't exist before this set was coming out. So the rest of the upgrade cards exists in my pile of upgrade cards. And there's only 4 other cards, and as I recall from the other starter sets that I have, yes, I have starter sets, multiple. I actually have 3 starter sets because I wanted more dice. And the range rulers are always good, and TIE fighters. And anyway, the upgrade cards that were coming in the starter set were not especially amazing. Like, I think enhanced scopes was actually included in that, but I'm not positive about that. So if you guys actually do know which other upgrade cards are in this starter set, drop a comment down below, please, and I'll try to make a reference to it. So yeah, that's one of the nice things about this game is that every upgrade, every ship you buy gives you more choices for upgrades. And as you can see, I've got a pretty decent stack, and I think I've got another stack this size of upgrades. So I've got some nice options now. However, BB-8 does have a really cool ability allowing you to do a barrel roll whenever you reveal a green maneuver. So that actually is cool. I do love the droids in this game. But before moving on to that, let's talk about the paper products that it comes with. It's got a short introduction mission guide thing, which includes a couple missions, just like pretty much every other expansion comes with. You've got a rules reference, which is wonderful to have because this is just the rules. This is if you just need to look up a rule like how bombs work. There's bombs. It's just a glossary of what things mean, and this is wonderful to have. And of course, you've got the Learn How to Play guide, which really just talks you through a very simplified version of the game for starters. And then you get to this point, and it says stop. And after that, you get to the advanced rules, where it tells you how to actually play the full game, like using actions that weren't in the starter set or in the starter game. How to build your own squad, how you combine effects, and moving through obstacles, and all the stuff that actually makes the game much more deep and complex. Now, the set also comes with pilots for all these, and each ship comes with basically 4 pilots. For the new X-Wing, it actually does have the boost action, which the old version of the X-Wing does not. This guy does not have the boost action, so I love the boost action. It's one of my favorite modifications to add to a ship, is giving it the boost action. And Poe Dameron here, if you have a focus token, allows you to change it to a hit or a dodge result without even spending the focus token. That's really kind of cool. And then Blue Ace here, when you use the boost action, normally you're only allowed to use the soft one or the one straight, but he allows you to use the hard turn. So if I can find the hard one, there we go. Find the hard one. It allows you to do a sharper turn with the Blue Ace. That's kind of cool. I dig this guy. The other two are just kind of more generic and thus lesser in cost, but not drastically actually. So, like when building a squad with these, it's like, do I want to spend 24 or do I just want to spend the 7 more and get the really good one, or heck, even just 3 more and get a really great one? So the costs are a bit wonky on this. And the TIE Fighters, of course, have a bunch of pilots, actually, more than 4 each. Most of them, in fact, all these guys, that's 6 different cards, so 3 pilots each, are all just very generic. They don't even have any abilities. But these 3 guys actually do have really cool abilities. Like, this guy allows you to spend both a focus token and a target lock to change all of your results to critical hits, so that's actually kind of amazing. Like, if you have a big guy you're trying to take out, you can set him up to just decimate somebody. That's cool. This guy is a very good support guy, removing stress from people who are very close to him. I find getting to range 1 to be kind of difficult, but it's still really cool he lets you do it. And this guy has a barrel roll option that gives him, well, all these ships have the barrel roll option, but this one allows him to use the 2 template instead of the 1. And the barrel roll would be that, well, let's grab a TIE Fighter. Barrel roll would be that you put a token, or a barrel roll would be that you put the ruler next to it and then put it on the other side of the ruler. In fact, you could actually move it a little bit further forward. So it's a nice way to get a little bit farther forward and, move yourself a little bit if you're like coming up upon an asteroid or something. Which this set does include. I just forgot to grab some asteroids. Normally the boost option only allows you to use this guy, but this pilot, the Z-95 allows you to use the 2 range. So that's cool. I like these pilots. These are good. These are some good pilots. But let's pull up some miniatures to look at the camera. Like usual, the paint job on these miniatures that's just phenomenal. The TIE Fighters don't have the red stripe that the First Order does, so that's, I can kind of understand because they came out actually before the movie came out, so they might not have had designs fully finalized. But yeah, I like that these miniatures just look amazing all the time to me. I'm always impressed with the way these miniatures are painted. But to compare the new, what is this called? The T-70 X-Wing with the original, as you can see, the new ones have like engines that are cut in half, and the wings are actually a little different. They're shorter wings than the X-Wing, so that when they combine, they make one wing as opposed to two wings that are... It basically does that, whereas the original X-Wing would do this. I love that you can even see the droid on these things. That's kind of cool to me. Like, yeah, the X-Wing has a silver painted droid. Oh, come on. Stay focused. The X-Wing does have the silver painted droid, whereas this is just a gray one. So that's a little disappointing, but hey, other than that's a super nitpick. Super nitpick. And to compare the TIE fighters, they are the exact same mold as far as I've been able to tell, other than just doing a different paint scheme. And I gotta admit, I actually do really like the First Order TIE fighter paint scheme. The black and white just kind of just pops very well. Granted, the gray and black did as well for the original TIE fighters, but they look kind of menacing. And they actually do have different mechanical effects in game. The First Order TIE Fighter actually has shields. Oh my god, it has a shield. And it has both the new X-Wing and the new TIE Fighter both have options that the originals didn't have, like the boost option or the barrel roll option. The paint job on these miniatures are always just so amazing that you could actually almost believe these are actually bigger than they actually are. Of course, a little forced perspective really kind of blows things out of proportion. So I think, now this is just a marble planet that I'm using to be a planet spacey thing. And I think that's basically just going to lead in my final thoughts about the game as a whole. I really enjoy the game. It is a very fun game. It is very tactical. It is not exactly a fast game. It takes 2 hours, maybe 3 if you stretch it. So you do have to have quite a bit of time to be able to play it. But it is a very fun game. And while the cost is not especially great, it is still a really great experience to play. Once you swallow the cost, it is a good way to go. And I'll say it again, the reason why I have so many, and to explain why I have 3 of the starter sets now, including this one, is because it's actually the most cost-effective way to troop build X-Wings and TIE Fighters. Because for $40, you get 2 TIE Fighters and an X-Wing, versus $45 to buy 2 TIE Fighters and an X-Wing in the regular containers. And you get more dice and more rulers doing it this way, which is always nice to have. It's always good to have more dice. You can never have too many dice. So this is I do kind of advise that if you want to build up a little selection of of TIE Fighters, especially if you want to build up a selection of TIE Fighters, go ahead and pick up a set or 2 of the starters, because that'll give you dice to play with in addition to helping you build up some TIE Fighters cost effectively. But if you want to compare them to how they look with some other Imperial miniatures, and in-game you can mix and match these too. So there's the First Order TIE Fighters with a couple Imperial craft. And also the TIE Interceptor in there as well. That kind of does look cool to me. They are definitely all Imperial craft, but they definitely all have their own unique identity. So I like the First Order TIE Fighters giving their own unique flavor to a couple guys. For the X-Wing, here is original X-Wing. We've got a Y-Wing. Yes, it's from the Scum and Villainy pack. And why not grab a B-Wing and an A-Wing just to have some rather iconic looking craft. And these guys do fit well together. They do look a cohesive mess to me. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Oh, nearly forgot. They actually do include an initiative tracker. Initiative is the person who basically places their miniatures first, and generally comes down to who has spent the less points. So it's kind of cool they actually give you a token for it. Pretty much useless, and I almost forgot it, but hey, why not? Got some cool artwork on it, which is actually just the cover of the box now that I realize it. So there's my final thoughts on the game. I like it. I enjoy it. if you guys are interested in seeing Plan D Avalon play a game, drop a comment down below, and if I can get a bunch of people saying play a game, I might be able to convince the rest of the group to give it a shot. I am curious to know how you guys are liking the game. What faction do you prefer? What ships do you prefer? What ships should I be looking out for? I know the Ghost and the TIE Deployer or something like that just came out recently. And I haven't looked at those. Should I be looking at those? What do you guys think of those? Drop a comment down below and let me know. And guys, I want a moment to say thank you so much to those of you who have subscribed to us and passed the word on about us. Those of you who do that are absolutely phenomenal, and we love you. You guys are the reason we keep doing these videos, so thank you so much. Until next time, guys, may all your droids be spherical.